we're talking about, are you worth your expectations?
Am I worth my expectations?
Are you worth your expectations? Meaning.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck he means by this.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you are you worth your expectations? Meaning, are you what you expect from others?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Gotta go a little deeper.
Yeah.
Gotta go a little deeper. But yeah, definitely. Me personally, hell yeah, I'm a 10. So I would actually say a lot of people, because it can come out in
like
so
what
many,
I expect from people. Like, am I this?
it could be friendships, it could be relationship wise. If you're dating, are you worth your expectations?
Yeah, I'm the shit.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay, well.
No. I don't know anymore.
Well, I think it comes to one of those things where a lot of people just have to understand and realize that expectations are just that, expectations. Some people get hurt from expectations. Others can feel like shit in expectations.
Yeah.
But me personally, I think I am worth my expectations. If I expect you to do something, then I would hope that you would expect me to react the same way or to reciprocate the same energy.
Like, you wouldn't expect anybody to do something you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because you got...
I guess... No, I don't think... I ain't shit sometimes. I don't know. I really don't know. I've thought about it because I came to this conclusion of what you thought or what you meant at one point, and then so I was like, am I worth it? Do I give out the same energy that I expect from other people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It just really depends. It depends who you are. But then again, depending who you are, my expectations of you varies also. So it's just kind of.
Well, I think it's more so. I think expectations can go for so many different people.
Mm-hmm.
I would say in a relationship wise, if you're single,
Mm-hmm.
if you're single and you're trying to be in a relationship, and you know, like a lot of women, they have a lot of expectations. I expect him to be this, and that, have this amount of money. I expect him to have his credit here. He need to have a house. He need to be ready to have me in it. You know what I'm saying? That's the expectations. But how can? Can't stop there. What are you bringing to the table? And I'm not gonna go at women. I'm just gonna go at people, because men do the same thing. I've seen this man say that he wanted his wife or his woman to be, you know, great credit, beautiful hair, beautiful teeth. Has to be under a certain weight, a certain height, just completely everything, and have to love to work out, and you know, whatever the case may be. And he is the exact opposite. He has bad credit. He has horrible sight. He has horrible hygiene. He is overweight. He doesn't, you know, like, it's just it's everything, and it's just like, what? You expect this from that person, however, you can't even give this person what you're looking for. So that's my thing. So, I think that's another thing.
That is another thing, because when it comes to stuff like that, I can go in, especially on women's expectations of men.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in, like, serious relationships and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see it so often with women believe, and men do it too, but it's always the men are supposed to be the provider. So they expect you, like, oh, you need to be 6 feet tall, bringing in 10 figures, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh man, 6 figures. I'm like, oh well, first off, you work at Walmart. So, which is nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying.
But it's what do they do at Walmart? They could be a general manager.
Okay, I'm just saying. I was like, first, you work at Walmart, and at best you're making $4.99. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't see how you expecting a 6-figure man, and you a
right
McDonald's lady. You know what I'm saying? And nothing wrong with it, but you can't be expecting certain things, and you ain't there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can say that a lot of men today expect their wife to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's not even their wife, their girl to do wifely duties. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a breaking point where, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, not necessarily a breaking point, but everybody has these, I guess, unrealistic things of what they want a person to be. Mm-hmm. If you're just meeting the person, you want them to do everything that the wife does, but to be your girlfriend.
But to be my girl.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, well, how can I do what you expect me to do when you can't even do what I expect of you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's teeter-totter, you know?
Yeah, on both sides I see it. Well, a lot of times women wouldn't even consider a man if he don't reach those specific expectations. 6 feet tall, which I'm just being like facetious. Well, I don't know how to say the word, but like they expect a man that super built, or they need to be in shape, making 6 figures, doing, I don't know, can get me in the parties type shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, and again, I hate saying this, but I'm gonna say it. In relationships,
say it like you mean it.
Women can put a facade forever. A man can only put up a facade for so long, because a woman's expecting, like, at the end of the day, a woman is looking for security. If the man don't have it, he can only fake that but for so long, you know what I'm saying? But a woman can be like, hey, I'm this way forever, as far as long as they can.
Okay.
You know, you get what I'm coming from?
I understand what you're saying, but with a woman actually being, she's looking for security, I would say that man is looking for loyalty.
Yeah.
I would say the average man is looking for loyalty. So if the man can't give her the loyalty that she's looking for, so why should she give him the, you know, so why should he, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one's looking for security and one's looking for loyalty. Mm-hmm. Why they can't come together and just make it happen?
I don't know. Make it happen. Yeah.
They can actually get in there and just make it happen. Like, the woman, if she's looking for security, so she's looking for security. I need this. I need to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But a lot of times, the ones who have those high standards or those expectations, they tend to be, a lot of women tend to be on their shit as far as monetaries, you know, like getting their money.
Yeah.
As far as the men go, who are looking for security, like not security, but loyalty. They're looking for somebody to be loyal to them. Somebody who's not going to go on and cheat while he's at work. Yeah. However, he's at the office hunching on the damn secretary or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are you doing? So if he's going to be out there doing him, then she's going to be over here doing them. So it's like, what's the point? Yeah. So a lot of people don't know if they're worth their expectations. I see nobody came up in here, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, ain't nobody looking at this right now. I'm trying to see.
It's either that or they, you know, people, they jump in, jump out, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of people don't want to. A lot of people don't want to address that elephant in the room. They just rather sit on their chest. That's all I'm saying. Address the elephant in the room before it sit on your chest.
Let's see if I share it. Oh, you already shared it.
Yeah.
Let me share this.
I'm not going to do it to my page. But there are quite a few people that I would like to join in, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming that one is
Me.
yeah. I know mine always goes away.
But it's just I just shared it again to my page or story or wherever else I shared it to. But either way, it's just more so a conversation between us, you know.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it.
And we would love to have people come in, whatever. Yeah. So if anybody comes in and they looking at this video, share the video, invite people to the page. Anybody can get in. It's nothing limited. The page is public, actually. Yeah. So anybody can join. Anybody can ask, can join. Anybody can invite somebody. And let's get a conversation going. What I want to know, are you worth your expectations? Would it be a good one? I guess I'll go into this. Son of a gun here. Alright. Now, being that... say what?
No, go ahead.
Being that we're talking about expectations, I want to talk about double standards as well. Yeah. That's a good one.
That is a great one.
That's a good one.
Again, that's another one I can go in today.
So, in having double standards, what is something what do you see as that you would deem as a double standard?
I might have posted it, or either commented on my Facebook page, or I commented on somebody's post. There's another person that he posted something about how a woman, she can... Okay, here's the scenario. Mm-hmm. There's a male prison, women prison. A female, she essentially raped, quote unquote, a man in prison. And, I mean, okay, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? Quote unquote, yeah, you get what I'm saying? And she essentially got a slap on the wrist. A guy did the same exact thing, and he got like 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Same exact scenario. And he got 15 years, and she essentially got a slap in the wrist. And then I posted on the guy, the one that was talking about it, I posted on his, and I was like, this is, I can look at it right now, because I thought it was wild.
All right. Well, the few people that came in who are hanging with us, if you don't mind having a conversation with us, please indulge us. But right now we're talking about two different things. But it all can, I guess, be balled into one. Are you worth your expectations? And that is meaning, are you putting out the same energy that you want to receive? Are you worth your expectations? And we're talking about double standards.
Yeah. Back to the double standards. Pretty much what I said was, I'm going to say it verbatim. We all know women have it easy when it comes to sentences. I mean, as in like prison sentences. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain crimes. So I said I was surprised that she even got in trouble in the first place. And I said, I don't care what anyone say. Don't argue with me. Yes.
She agrees.
Yes.
Kim is in the house.
Yeah, what's up, Kim? You still on that? Oh, you on the ship with that ice? Icicles everywhere.
Yeah, sorry, ice. But she said she do feel women predators may get off easier than men, and I agree.
100%.
I agree.
And I'm even trying to be like an asshole about it, but it's true. Like I know a friend. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna say their name, but he was raped as a child. Well, essentially, it's called rape. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, obviously he liked it, but it was still kind of like he was a child and she was kind of grown. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like you took that child's innocence away.
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he's fucked up or anything like that. He's fine. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming he's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Who was it, R. Kelly? Because he in jail.
He in jail. You know what I'm saying?
But he was, as a child, he was touched on.
A little touched. But I don't know. I just see the double standards when it comes to stuff like that. Just in the judicial system at all, women tend to have it a lot easier than men. And almost all scenarios I can see. Almost all scenarios, unless you point blank, you murder somebody in front of a billion people. A lot of times you might be able to get off if you can commit murder.
Right.
Get off if you're a female. Don't be good looking. You know what I'm saying? Then you really might be able to get off.
Yeah.
Now, yes, there are some men that may get away with certain things. There are outliers out there, but odds are, yeah.
Kim jumped in. I mean, I literally can walk by and touch on a man every day, and he will get called gay if he doesn't like it. But as soon as a guy touches me, I can foul all type of shit. She absolutely right. I've actually seen this.
Yes.
I've actually seen this where, she can go around and they did a video like that. It was a young lady, she was going around just grabbing men.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else remember the video. It was a young lady, she would walk around and she would grab men, and men be like, what, come here, what?
Mm-hmm.
However, if a man said anything about a woman, you know what I'm saying, it's like, that's unwarranted. Who are you? And, exactly. X, Y, Z, or whatever case may be. And I think it's just about, everybody looks at, okay, the man, he actually has to just be, people don't know the body, you know what I'm saying? They think that just because he got hard, that he likes it, he enjoys it. Yeah. But it's not even about that, you know what I'm saying? It's just stimulation to the brain, you know what I'm saying? So
it's fun. I remember another video. It was men and women. There was a social test or whatever. You just spill it on yourself. You did. So women, the scenario is you go out. These two posing as a couple. They go out and one will abuse the other. Pretty much, or just like yelling, pushing a little bit. You know what I'm saying, in public. Nobody came and defended the guy, and she was like, hey, it got to the point where she was actually like going out of the way, like trying to hit him in public, and nobody said anything. This guy, all he did was raise his voice at this woman. I don't want to say hundreds, but like dozens of guys was like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was immediate. I was like, wow, double standard like a motherfucker. That
is a double standard.
And I see it as women, or people still see women as
these frail,
fragile.
Fragile.
Yeah.
They think of them as fragilis.
And a lot of times, this is where I don't go into feminist shit, but this is where I see like that whole movement kind of bit itself in the ass because they don't like that.
Oh, the Me Too?
Yeah. I don't even want to call it the Me Too, but I guess, yeah, whatever. But they came, now you're seeing a lot of guys, they won't even go defend a woman like that. And they're like, oh, what happened to chivalry? Where's all that? But I'm like, hey, you pretty much, you killed it, you know what I'm saying? Because now you want to not be fragile. Mm-hmm. And then you did a whole span of some years like, hey, I'm just as strong as you. I'm this is that. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm like, okay, now you gonna get these sentences like I'm gonna get these sentences.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think what happens with that when nobody comes out to defend the woman, and she's like, well, what happened to all the men and all this other stuff?
Yeah.
Nowadays we need more. You know what I'm saying? We need to hear more. We need to know about more because, like you said, women are very aggressive. At least some women are. They're very aggressive and they will get in your face, yell, and hit you and all that other stuff. But as soon as you give them that same energy,
boy,
it's like, oh,
look at him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me do this. And you're trying to walk away. However, she's blocking the entrance and you can't. But as soon as you move her out the way to walk out the doors, oh my God, she falling down on the ground. it could be like that. You know what I'm
It
saying?
could be, but it's so sad. I see it all the time. Them double standards, man.
There are a lot. There are a lot of double standards, and it's not even from men to women. It's women to men too, because we got to address everything. We just can't be addressing the double standards from the men point of view. We have to express it from the woman's point of view. So, but me, you know, you can easily go into pay with double standard. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody you got this man who is mediocre, funny. Mm-hmm. Comedians, they do it all. They talk about it all the time. That's a thing now. The comedians are talking about something. You got this man who is mediocre about things, but then you have this woman who is like drop dead fucking funny and killing the game, and she gets maybe half of what he get, maybe 3/4 of what he get. Mm-hmm. She's filling in these places, and he's being mediocre. But however, because he's a man, he gets the bigger paycheck than she does. You know what I'm saying? So there are double standards, and it may not be in emotion, but it's in society. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
I would never say that there's not double standards for women and men. You know what I'm saying? But lines are getting blurred these days. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's starting to look more. And I'm not saying women shouldn't have it their way. Mm-hmm. Everybody should have it the way that is equal for everyone. You know what I'm saying? But it's starting to lean a certain way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to be. I can't be open about it, but I ain't trying to offend nobody. But it's starting to lean a specific way, and you know that. Yeah, and you know that. If, let's say, in an office building, right?
Okay.
Let's say it's an office building. Decent looking man, let's say average looking man, come in, credentials, everything, blah, 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 blah. A woman, she drop dead gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Not the same credentials, a little less, you know what I'm saying? She more like, they already been studies show, she will more likely get the job than he would. Just based off because she's more appealing to look at. And it is society's fault that that's the case. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you can't ask for equality and you still are getting the upper hand in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, like, oh, woe is me, but you're still beating everybody else. That's like Bill Gates saying, hey, this person got $100,000 and I only got $5. Motherfucker, you're a billionaire. What the fuck do I care what you got? You know what I'm saying? So,
well, that goes both ways, because if you look at it, let's take Kim for instance. We both know who Kim Yearling. We know you in here. We want to use you for an example. Kim is in a male dominant. You know, that's in the industry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So she's doing a man's job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So she's defying all of that. She did her watches, but because she's a female, they want to keep her on watch. And she's like, no, I want to get dirty too. I want to go and chip, grind, paint, all this other stuff. But they put her over there and they give her a hassle about it. Yeah. However, had she had $1.50, what I mean by that is dig a ball. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But if she had $1.50, then she wouldn't have had that issue. Yeah. It would have been like, oh yeah, you can go down and do chipping, paint, and grind, and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And because she's a female, she's closely watched. So when she do fuck up, they right there on her ass. Right there on her ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
that is society's fault also. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, this is a topic. I just read it.
Oh, this is what you okay? Yeah. Well, finish reading this then.
No, and it's society's fault when I did just stop me to say this. I said it's society's fault when I get on these ships and gotta overprove myself that I can drive a rig or a crane, but they steady put me down. I mean, yes, it is. It is society's fault, but you gotta realize. I'm talking to you, Kim. You gotta realize you're an outlier to a lot of women. You're not like most women. They don't do stuff like this, and they wouldn't even consider doing something like this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
the thing is, and actually my cousin Shawana, I don't know if she's in here or not. She is a bosun with SIU.
Yeah.
And when she's on the ship, she started from the bottom and worked her way up. So she had to grind harder because one, she is female. But when she became bosun and they allowed her to play bosun, I think the captain left, was in the situation he left and she was temporary. He made sure he got a permanent bosun there to fulfill that position because he was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
She got pushed to the back because she is female. Then she ended up getting her permanent bosun, and now she bosun. They looking at her like, you the bosun?
Wait, how was she temporary?
Like she wasn't. She was qualified, but she didn't have the endorsements. Yeah. So she was qualified to do the job. Yeah. So she didn't have the endorsements. But when she went and got her endorsements and did what she had to do, so that won't happen again. Now she gets you the bosun?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She had to actually, like Kim said, she had to overprove herself to even get that respect. So now she walk on the ship up like, oh, bosun, that bosun right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's double standards on top of it. So yeah. Still most of them lazy as fuck out here. Oh, don't we know it until it's lunch, breakfast, or dinner time. Yeah. But like I said, it's double standards all the way around, and like you said, it's double standards for a lot of things. Even in court cases, I've seen where the judge, custody battles. Look at custody battles.
I don't even want to get.
You know what I'm saying? Like custody battles are horrible.
Pissing me.
You know what I'm saying? And you can prove all the other stuff. I'm going to say that I've seen, where a lot of men go to court just to get visitation rights, and it's like denied. Dang, you got these men who out here who trying to be in their kid's life, and the mother is completely lying about it. And now look, you see what I'm saying?
Not just one. I've seen a lot of scenarios. I talked to a couple guys. It only takes the guy to quote unquote fuck up, or for the female to be able to prove that he fucked up once, and he will get no visitation. You know what I'm saying? It takes an arm, a leg, Jesus Christ himself to prove that the wife or the ex-wife, the mother, fucked up, and even then she will still get visitation. You know what I'm saying? She will still get some sort of visitation. If it was on the other hand, he will get, you can't see your kid for nothing.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's even.
The whole court system when it comes to women is fucked. Which it's fuck. It's men's fault because that's how because before women didn't work, so they weren't always the caretaker. Mm-hmm. So it was always like, oh yeah, she's the nurturer of this child, so she should get full custody. But now women work, men stay at home. There's men that will take care of the kids, or either this whole situation is kind of like meshed now.
Right.
But they still have these old standards that the woman or the mother is always going to be the caretaker, so therefore they should always get full custody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the only way the man will be able to get full custody if he can prove that the woman is unfit. Which I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it's like I say, there's almost an act of Congress for that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
And it has to be everything stacked against that person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like if hold on, Kim jumped in. Kim said, "Yep, I asked to train with bosun mates on the Mega Everest and got shit. And then 2 weeks later, they brought on an OS and put him to train with the bosun mates. How was that?" And I'm the AB shaking my head. He didn't even have FATS rescue boat and Tinkerman on his MMD, and I did. Then as soon as I paid off, they got another guy training that week. Wow. So yeah, I mean that just goes and proves that there are double standards.
There are double standards,
and
you gotta again. It sucks to say this, but you gotta look at the industry. I mean, this is a male-dominant industry.
It really is.
Just kind of like working railroads or doing all the other kind of stuff. Those are male-dominant industries. Mm-hmm. So when a female come along, it's kind of like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And don't get me wrong, it sucks that you have to prove yourself, but you got to remember, a lot of these old heads may see women come and go, and they're like, oh, she don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because that has nothing to do with you.
Right.
But
they're looking at past women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They look at these women like, oh, this person came in, and a lot of women who came in the beginning are just looking for a husband, somebody to take care of them. So they're like, oh, okay, they ain't gonna be held too long. And then when you actually trying to show and prove that you're gonna be here, like she said, she has to overprove herself.
Yeah.
Now she's tired and she's exhausted, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna chill out. And as soon as she chill out, it's like, first of all, what are you doing? You gotta do this, you gotta do that. You have to be out here. We not asked you to come out here. All this other stuff. Like, come on, it can't be serious. Hey Tiffany, welcome in. We're talking about two different things. Right now we're talking about double standards in whatever capacity. Just double standards. They do exist. And are you worth your expectations? If you're worth your expectations, meaning, are you worth the energy that you want to receive? Are you putting that same energy back out? Are you worth your expectations? But yeah, that's definitely, you got a woman in the work field, the woman has to bust her ass. Yeah. Now, going the opposite way, if you have men teachers, and you know what I'm saying, it's like, or daycare providers. Let's say you got a man daycare provider, and they're looking at like,
exactly,
you know what I'm saying, you get the side eye, you know what I'm saying, like, what you doing over here? Why you over here with all these kids?
Yeah.
Why you ain't out there mowing grass or something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these people,
and not just from women or men on both sides, they be like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, everybody's looking at that man as like, well, wait a minute, why are you a man teaching little kids? And, you know, why are you doing this or why are you doing that? Yeah. You shouldn't be, this shouldn't be your job or whatever. Let me see. It's just a whole bunch of things. It's a lot of double
standards. Some of them, okay, I somewhat understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know that, and some people are going to hate me for saying this.
Go ahead.
Like, let's say with sports, like football.
Okay.
You know for a fact a woman should not be sitting there playing football with me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't care what a woman say. At the end of the day, hella studies been shown, what are they called? Like test trials, or I forget what they're called. Being shown that if you take an average man and a somewhat top tier woman, and you put them against each other in specific capacities, the women are just, or the men are just gonna blow the women out the water. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks to say that. But yeah, it sucks to say that. But it's just kind of like, that's just, you can't fuck with genetics. That's biology. You know what I'm saying? So
that's absolutely right.
Just like an Asian man can do nails, and it's just family business, but a black man get labeled. Yes.
It's gay. Yeah.
It's gay. Yeah.
Like shit. Double standards is here. I'm a double standard. I cook, I clean, I do my daughter's hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do everything. You know what I'm saying? I do all of that shit. I wash clothes, I fold clothes, I do all of that. Not saying that my wife cannot do any of that stuff. I do it. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But when people like, oh, okay, he's soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ask my daughter, who did your hair? Lord, my dad. Your daddy. Your daddy did your hair?
What do you mean? I had one of my friends in my hair. He was like, oh, who was she? I was like, no, it was one of my guy friends. Like, a guy? I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I couldn't get to anybody else, and he been doing it this whole time, so I don't really, that's what I'm going to, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I tell people, like, it doesn't matter, because to me,
I mean, standards.
It's so weird, because I'm good with my hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't know what I'm doing, somebody could show me a couple of times, and I could practice, and I get it.
Yeah.
I learned how to do hair on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay, well, let me get in here. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah.
Let me, do whatever. If you can tie a damn knot, then you could do a piece of hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, oh, I want some braids. Okay, well, show me how you did that or whatever. And then you put. It's like, why are the double standards there?
Yeah.
Is she
For
or
something that's
a barber, a
nonsensical.
female barber? It's like, oh, she just wants some dig. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that. You know what I'm saying? They were like, oh, why she in here? Or they deem her because she's female.
Right.
She can't cut hair. And I've seen some wicked women with the fucking clippers. Like, they are awesome. So there's a big double standard when it comes to men and women. And then, like she said, it's society's fault because barber is deemed to be a man's profession. Which is weird because that's hair.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And women been doing hair for the longest time. Which is crazy to me. It was like, if I can cut hair, why can't I lock it? Why can't I braid it? Why can't I sew it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
now with most things, yes. Everything can be male, female. For the most part, most things, male, female can do just as good as a man, and a man can do just as good as a female. Except when it comes to like physicality. I don't care what nobody say. It's you can't sit there and tell me that a female and a man are physically, you know what I'm saying, the same. Obviously, besides the private parts. But I mean, like, strength-wise. Now, don't get me wrong. Women can definitely be stronger than a man.
Because I've seen some women
that's what I'm saying.
I've seen them make a man fold, baby.
And obviously, men can be weaker than women. But that's the average genetically. Or not genetically. I don't like the biology tells you that a man is stronger than women. With most aspects. Besides, like legs wise. For some reason women have stronger legs. Which not for some reason, I understand why. Childbirth. That is
I suppose so.
100% why. But I don't know. I don't talk about it no more.
Kim says they ain't, and that's why they need to kill those trans mess with women boxing, men, and racing.
Exactly.
That is absolutely right. I don't like that,
And it's like, if I was a woman, I feel disrespected a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? I'm
not going to. You're a woman, but you got to go up against this who used to be a man.
Yeah.
Like
he was a man 20 minutes ago.
He still has a level of testosterone.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he has a level of testosterone, and he's still fighting this woman. He's still racing against this woman. He's still like, it's a whole bunch of stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, their plan is no, let them have their own division if that's the case. Like, make it a thing.
When women want to play man sports, and then they realize they getting fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what did you expect? You know what I'm saying? What did you expect? Especially like football or some other shit. I'm like,
he was a man 20 minutes ago.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of like, what did you expect? Like, this seems so. It felt like it was so obvious. But y'all just wanted to test it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like. Society, it was so obvious to everybody, but the society was just like, let's just see what the fuck happens. You know what I'm saying? This is Hunger Games. Let's do this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I think that's ridiculous. These double standards are getting out of control. They're more so hurting society, if you ask me.
I think a lot of this trans stuff, you know what I'm saying, is because men deem women not to be able to do certain things. So females was like, well, in order for me to get with the guys, you know what I'm saying, I gotta be one. Not saying that's what they feel like, but it was like, I feel like a lot of it came from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I can do what the men can do, so I almost got a dick, you know what I'm saying, essentially.
But that's what it is. It's like everything is okay, but I think it's all about the how everything is perceived.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can put two women together in a relationship, and everybody's like, oh, it's two women, they're gay,
yeah,
you know, they're lesbians, you know, it's whatever. But if you see two men, it's like, oh, they nasty. but I don't want to see that. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you don't. But leave your opinions to yourself. Leave your opinion. But your opinion is your opinion. Yeah. It doesn't need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I get and I always tell people all the time, because I give my opinion, and everybody like, oh, opinions are like assholes. But guess what? Yeah. Everybody needs one. Everybody needs an asshole, so everybody needs my opinion. You can sit up your mouth if you want to. Well, do it. Tie your intestines to your damn throat, and don't talk to me, damn it. Keep that shit literally over there.
I say I don't care. To each their own. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but it's just kind of like, don't sit there and want to scream like this is equality. But you're not. But you're going for stuff that you know this is a male dominant sport, and you know you have no reason to be in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know there's no reason for you to be in there because you're gonna get fucked up. You just trying to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's with other stuff. Like guys shouldn't be in like, I don't know, women's fuck, I don't know.
Well, you get women basketball. Let's look at women's basketball right now. If women's basketball, if they didn't have WNBA and they just all played in the NBA, it would be like,
it would be fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's what? Like, but there are women out here who ball hard. You know what I'm saying? They ball hard, and you got those women who play like little girls. You know what I'm saying? So just can't get up there. But then you got those who be balling like they Michael Jordan.
But you gotta remember, those are like outliers. Just like you have like maybe. Let's say you have 10,000 players. You may have 100 of them that may be balling like that.
Okay.
Maybe 100 of them that may be balling like that.
So why aren't they getting the same traction that NBA? Granted, NBA has been out way longer, but why aren't they getting the same?
I had a whole debate about
why aren't they getting the traction?
Boy, are you... Shit's boring. Have you watched a WNBA game? That shit is boring as fuck.
I like football, my house likes football, so I don't really follow basketball. So
I sat there. I was like, just to prove my point, I went to go watch the WNBA game, just to be like, okay, let's see if they really talking this shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so I can just make sure I'm right. I went to watch the game. I was like, and this was with an open mind. I was like, okay, let me just.
Was it really open?
No, it was an open mind. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if this was. When I say that shit was so fucking boring, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Do you like tennis?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can watch a tennis match?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can watch a tennis match. I fucking can't watch no WNBA. Because it was so goddamn boring. I was like, yo, they are literally doing nothing out here. They just going up and down these. I mean, technically, they're doing exactly what the men is doing.
I'm going to have to watch a game. I'm going to have to sit down and watch it.
Because you're going to sit there and be like, what the fuck did I just waste 22 hours of my life for? You know what I'm saying? So, I had a whole debate with the guy. His mind is closing the damn casket. Yeah. It's not, them shits are boring. I had a whole debate with this chick. It was on some, it was like, women should be paid as much as men in basketball, whatever. I said, no, they shouldn't. And the reason why men get paid way more than women's basketball or women players or the WNBA is because who gets viewed the most? The reason there's more money to be pulled for the NBA. True. So you can't pull money from something that's not there.
Right.
So there's a reason why the WNBA, their players get a quarter of what the male players get. You know what I'm saying?
So what about if we... If everybody tuned in.
If everybody started tuning in, then obviously there'll be more money. So they'll be like, hey, we can start paying more people. You can't pull money from thin air, you know what I'm saying, and start paying motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's like me working that's like you have a business. Mm-hmm. The business not making any money.
Okay.
And you still trying to make $100,000 a year. Where the fuck that $100,000 a year gonna come from if the business ain't making nothing?
Somebody show it.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody show it.
So it's just kind of like
I'm gonna take somebody money.
So
money don't make no money.
Yeah, you already
And
know.
if I ever go broke, I'm gonna take your money.
I'm gonna take you, your mama, and your sister money. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, man, that debate was long and funny, and then there was like other guys would chime in and they'd be like, "Are you really arguing with this dude about why women get paid less?" That was on my side, and then the girl was like, "Well, it's the game. You're playing the same sport. It's the same thing." And I was like, "You're missing the point. The reason why they get paid so much is because people like watching them. Ain't nobody want to watch some goddamn 6-foot Amazon chick go run across the court and not even be able to dunk. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to watch that shit. I don't. And obviously, more people don't want to. That's why they ain't getting no money.
Hey,
you know
I'm not putting.
I was even sitting there. I was like, I'm not even trying to be mean. This is literal facts. You know what I'm saying? The reason why there is no money here is because there's no fucking money. Nobody watching this shit. Nobody goes to them goddamn games.
Oh, I mean, hey.
Which I mean, Ted, is it society's fault that that's the case? Maybe. They probably
that's
don't promote it.
That's the double standard.
Yeah, maybe.
If they get promotion, that's just like.
But it's at the same time. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, maybe it's just double standard because nobody's sitting there trying to watch it. But then when I sat and watched the game, I was like, oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
See why nobody's watching.
Yeah, see why nobody watched this shit.
I'm gonna have to check out a game.
Yes,
a game or maybe two, just so I can see. You know,
I mean, legit, go in there with an open mind. You may like it, but then next week you go watch a men's basketball game, you'll be like, oh wait, okay, now I see it. You know what I'm saying? If you just watch it that by yourself, you're like, oh, this is a good game, blah blah blah. Maybe I never said that, but you will always a decent game. But then you go literally next the following day, you go watch like let's say LeBron game or whatever. You be like, oh no, hell no, well I fuck LeBron. But I mean, you go watch one of actual NBA game, you're like, oh, okay, I get why women don't get paid shit. They ain't doing shit.
Are they going by the same rules?
Yeah, all the same rules, but it's not entertaining.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't argue because I've never seen it. I never
but
seen
it's
the
just
game.
kind of like, okay, let's do this. Let's watch 2 movies, right? One is a complete flop. One is not. You're getting paid per tickets, right? One isn't selling any tickets. The one is selling all the tickets.
Right.
Who should be getting paid more?
Well, of course, the one who's.
Yeah. Okay. That's literally WNBA, NBA.
Okay.
That's literally the case.
Well, all right then.
How did we get to this point? Because I went on a tangent.
Yeah, you did, and I entertained you.
And I love women. I don't want people to think I don't love women. I love y'all.
Kim said, in the kitchen. Your man has a damn casket.
His mind is closed as a damn casket. My mind ain't closed. What you want me?
Open that shit up.
Have you watched the basketball game, Kim? She probably don't even watch basketball. I don't know. Don't beat me up for saying that shit. I'm just saying.
She probably don't watch the game. Who knows?
Who knows? I do drugs.
I knew. I should have seen the signs. I should have seen the signs.
I just shot some, caught a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Caught a vibe.
What else we got? We got about another a little over 10 minutes, about 12.
What time is it? Oh no, that's not even what I meant to say. I was like, how long we been on the live?
7:54. But yeah, it was that's a lot of double standards. But
Like
it's pretty good.
Should things be double standard? No, technically not, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But
I think they do a lot of things to hurt. It's like a little white lie. You tell a little white lie to preserve somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
So that's what double standards are sometimes, just to preserve feelings.
Because if you just let anybody go do anything, motherfuckers will die. You ain't gonna see. Women should not be playing football.
Somebody
people
gonna
know this.
Well, they play with each other in their little bikinis.
They can play with each other.
That's what they do.
You shouldn't be playing with these men. You know what I'm saying? And that's really just safety. You know what I'm saying? You trying to die. You want to do this because they gonna murder you. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Because they try to take each other's head off.
Yes.
And if you out
there, you ain't strong like the boys. your head is coming off.
Man.
There can be no trying.
Yeah, that's a. I guess double standards can be.
I don't even like calling it a double standard because it's not a double standard. It's,
What the hell is it?
separate. It's I don't know, man.
Well, that's all I have.
That's
for
all
tonight.
I have for it. That's I'm good.
All right.
I can.
So, look, guys, we're trying to get focused on the map. If you can, share this video,
Share it.
share this live, share it to your page, share it to another group.
Like it.
The page is public, so anybody can be invited. Anybody can join. So there's no criteria to join. People of all race, all walks of life.
All walks of life.
Um,
Remember, I love women, so women join.
Everybody join. But you can find me again. I'm on YouTube. I'm on under my name, Daryl Thornton. I'm also on the 1201 Eats. I have Facebook, Instagram for both of those. I'll put my link tree into the group actually. And you can just pin it to the top so that way you're able to follow, see everything else that I have going on. What about you?
I got YouTube. Follow me on Kited for Life, and that's KITED, the number 4, and Life, LIFE. I post videos about random shit, sometimes business. I'm probably gonna try to start doing that more, and just about life. So check it out. If you want any knowledge, hit me up.